We're doing a Yonge Eglinton cocktail tour, the best places to grab a cocktail, and we're gonna rank the cocktails that we try. You meet my friend Andrew, he's my cocktail connoisseur. I'm your Yonge Eglinton realtor. It's my job to know these things. First stop on the tour is Stock Bar. Are you like a bourbon, vodka?
I'm a big mood drinker. I generally like everything, and it really just depends on temperature outside, what I'm in the mood for, time of year. I kind of look at cocktails the same way I look at food. Like, there's seasonal food and there's seasonal ingredients, and there's cocktails that feel right for different scenarios. What's your flavor profile? Do you lean towards kind of more sour, more sweet?
I would say sour or sweet. Definitely not bitter, definitely not herbal necessarily.
Less like savory.
Savory I'm okay with, but I would say probably sweet or like citrusy.
Same here, I like sour a lot. I like when there's spice, so like a good old spicy margarita never hurt anybody. I think I'm gonna try something a little different this time.
Cheers, sir. Enjoy.
That's delicious.
Yeah, that's nice.
More subtle than I expected. The infused gin isn't like in your face.
Yeah.
It's really kind of calm, subtle, really refreshing.
It's gonna be tough to like only have a touch of each of these. So this feels very summer-like. First of all, I think just like color, right? It's bright pink and it's also pretty light and refreshing.
This one for me is, because it's an Earl Grey infused, I find Earl Grey has a lot of like floral notes to it. So you're getting a lot of that in a subtle way. It's a perfect pre-dinner drink because it's not gonna crush your palate. It's not super spirit forward. Definitely like a spring, summer kind of pre-dinner drink. It's great.
Awesome. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I've started to like appreciate interiors of places where they put thought and care, and it's very aesthetically appealing. And I just think they did a really, really good job with tying everything together. And it's really beautiful in here. I really like it.
Stop number 2, La Carnita.
I was looking at this cocktail menu and was like, okay, it's La Carnita, it's a Mexican place. I probably need to get the margarita, but they had a bunch of stuff that I was really curious about. So I'm getting the Northern Touch.
After the last cocktail we had, it was super light, refreshing. I wanted to go completely different direction. So I'm going with the Who Shot Ya? Bourbon, pomegranate, ginger, lemon, little spicy, little fruity. Should be good. How's that for you?
That's my jam. I really love pina coladas. I don't know if I'm supposed to admit that on camera or not, but pina coladas are delicious.
There's nothing wrong with a little umbrella in your drink, Jamie.
So this has a little bit of like a pina colada kind of flavor to it, right? Because the coconut milk, the pineapple, it's just got a little bit more of like the tropical fruit with the mango.
This is definitely very different than the last cocktail. This is like a party cocktail. It suits kind of where we are, type of food you're having. This was a bourbon cocktail, so you get a little more of that kind of like warmth in your throat and your chest, but it still is pretty fruity. It's not quite as spirit forward as I expected, but super tasty.
Mexican restaurant, have to do a margarita, so we did it. Margaritas here are fantastic. Goes great with the food, obviously. They do a good job with their margaritas here. And one of the best parts, their margaritas they do on their happy hour, and they're only 10 bucks, so it's a really good deal. Stop number 3, Function Bar. Well, I played it on Super Nintendo, man. I don't know that I've ever played it on an N64 before.
Oh, you gotta go with the classic Wario Stadium.
How do I shoot stuff?
There, you use the Z button to use it, the back button.
Okay, the trigger?
Yeah, the trigger.
What they do here, like, it's very different, unique stuff. Sometimes it's not even like a twist on something. It's like something you've never heard of.
I've got the cinnamon toast old fashioned. Orange has been torched with cinnamon. It smells like just insane.
The first thing that grabbed me was their chocolate peanut Manhattan, because I love that combo. I'm a huge like chocolate peanut butter kind of guy. There's also a peanut butter cup.
You get a snack and a drink.
Exactly. So that's what I got. Cheers, sir.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've got kind of a very classic old-fashioned with a little spin on it. A little cinnamon just adds a little dimension, but I mean, it's a great old-fashioned with a kick.
Manhattans are, for the purpose of this video, I'll say they're very spirit forward, but like they're very boozy, right?
Yeah, no, they're boozy.
But I don't mind it because it's got that sweetness and stuff like that too as well, so it's great. I love it. And I'm looking forward to eating the snack as well.
Yeah. This definitely feels more like night out, host dinner, drinks.
It's a fun place. They've got the N64, they've got the music. It's a fun place to go to for sure.
Next stop, Oretta.
I'm getting the tiramisu martini.
All right, screw me again, why don't you?
Tiramisu is my favorite dessert, hands down. When I was checking out this menu before, and I was like, oh my God, tiramisu martini, done. Now I'm pretty sure it's just like a trumped up espresso martini, but that's fine. I'm good with that.
It's substantial. There's more and you can keep refilling it. Probably more than what you get if you just don't have this extra. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. I don't know how to drink this without getting it all over you.
So you have a strategy. We're now 4 cocktails in, and you're only picking cocktails where you get a snack with it because I'm getting hungry and you get food.
I knew this one came with the mascarpone, like, you know, whipped cream on it or whatever. The Manhattan that came with the mini peanut butter cup and the cherry, I did not know. It was a welcome surprise.
We've been talking about at every bar, like it very much fits the vibe, like the cocktails. It's a very Instagrammable location. It's very pretty. It's good.
Stop number 5, Little Sister.
Interesting, there's like quite a few rum drinks on here. Yeah, this is tough.
It's a busy spot because it's popular, right? Because they do good stuff. They've got great food, they've got great drinks. It's almost 7 o'clock and they're jammed.
So I was reading an article on how much time people spend sitting down to just eat, drink, converse, whatever per day by country. Canada was second from the bottom on the list after the US.
In a restaurant or just period?
And the number 1 on the list was France. They spend 2 hours and 10 minutes on average per day. The European countries were all up there because they take their siestas. The idea of going for dinner out most nights.
It's part of the culture.
Yeah, it's a great culture. Cheers.
Cheers. I can really taste the like spiced rum in it. It's got a spice, not spicy, but spiced. It's nice, I like it.
This is my first rum cocktail of the day. Rum cocktails are very distinct. They're so tropical. They always just feel like I want to go on vacation. It's delicious. It's balanced. There's a little sweetness, a little like fruitiness, a little booze. It's a great patio drink. That's a great patio drink.
Non-alcoholic cocktails are very popular these days, and pretty much every place that we've been to, it's hard not to come across a place that doesn't have a relatively extensive mocktail list as well. Little Sister, I find, has the most like diverse and kind of interesting mocktail list.
Sometimes you get mocktail lists that are just cocktails without the booze, or it's just kind of like low-hanging fruit. Read through the menu, it's well thought out. There's different options that exist independent of the normal cocktail list.
Okay, so for best cocktail, I'll give my top 2. Top 1 for me was one that I didn't even order. It's the one that you got at Oretta. So it came in a separate container, so I was actually able to taste it. It was the Vecchia Fiamma. It was delicious. I loved it, and I kept
That's more of my cocktail than I have.
Yes. Number 2 for me is La Carnita, the Northern Touch. I loved the tropical and the coconut milk. Very pina colada for me. So those are my top 2.
I think it was the Te Freddo, the first one. Super refreshing, really well balanced. A little bit of that tea infusion. It was perfect.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that Yonge Eglinton cocktail tour. Andrew, thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. Appreciate your insight. If you're watching this video on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more upcoming content.